Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And in this video, I want to walk you through some of the over 200,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States here in September 2021. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a change in LinkedIn's algorithm, but last month there were 100,000 open jobs. Now there's over 200,000. Crazy. The point is, guys, there are so many jobs. Even if I went through 1% of all the jobs, I'd have to go through 2,000 job postings. Okay, so I can only do about 20 or 30 in these videos. Let's walk through a few of them. So if you search for digital marketing in the United States, you're going to see positions like this. So this is actually on the first page. This was kind of interesting because this is logical position. There's actually at least two of my students that I know of. I'm not sure who this third student is. Two of my students work at this agency. This position says digital marketing specialist, but it looks like it's actually a sales role. So what I did is, and you guys can always do this, is if you find an interesting looking job, I just clicked on the company and let me see. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I clicked on the company and you can click on the little jobs tab and you'll see all the other open jobs. So if you see it, you say, I don't really want that job. Maybe there's another job. And sure enough, I found this paid search specialist and it says, rapidly growing company. I love this because they don't even say what they need first. They put what they're giving you first. They're saying we're a growing company, vacation, 401k, and they want you to manage all these clients. PPC. That's paid search, what you learned in my course. And what did it say? Bachelor's degree preferred, and we'll see this again and again, guys. It's never required, or 2+ years SEM PPC experience, being certified. And I'm telling you, you've already seen at least two of my students have been hired at this company, then they're open to people who don't even have 2 years experience. And plus, it was up a week ago and there's only been one applicant, which is crazy. So guys, if you're in my course, apply. I'm not sure which student got a job there. I'll go into the Facebook group and post about that. But this looks like a very good company. There's the student I do remember. Let me close these messages. The student I do remember is Samantha, who did a testimonial a while ago, and I haven't heard back from her, but that's her right there. That's Samantha. Let's see. Yeah. And I'm not sure if this was a student of mine or not, but there's 3 people working there. So again, if you see people who are students of mine and you're in my course, definitely you can reach out to the students or reach out to the company. So that's that one. Now, here's another one. Splash Omnimedia. I've seen this one before. I think we've done this one before. I've seen them advertised many times. Now, this is actually an interesting thing I noticed, guys. What I usually do is I go through and I'll look for entry-level jobs in the first 2 pages because there's just so many. But what you can really do is go to page 8. Go deep into this, guys. You're only getting to, there's hundreds and thousands of pages of jobs. So this one was on like the 8th page, and it was a month ago. They've had 20 applicants. They're still hiring. Now this one is on site, so it means it says it's not remote, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute because again, these days remote, even if they say it's not remote, you still want to apply. You can either, if you're young and mobile, like Ty, one of my students, Ty, he moved from Silver Spring, Maryland to Idaho for his first job. And he's basically having like the college experience, getting trained on the job, getting paid, and he's in a new state and having a great life experience. So that's an option. But I'm going to show you in some other examples where it's like some of these guys, like the job postings are never set in stone. Sometimes the job is remote, but they didn't say it was remote. Sometimes they put it under remote, but it's not remote. So you just have to keep applying and keep putting yourself out there. But everything in here, look, 1 year paid search experience in digital marketing experience. This is exactly what I teach in the course, this type of a job. They want you to be certified, which you do in the course. Conceptualize, create, and execute on client marketing strategies. Absolutely. Now you got to remember, guys, these guys have had this ad up for a month. They've had 20 applicants. They obviously haven't found somebody. This is where you have leverage because you could be like, hey, listen, I can't relocate, but I have the skills. And then this is where they may negotiate with you. It's the case with all these digital marketing agencies because there are so many open jobs. This is, let's see, Think Technologies Group 1 week ago. Again, this one has been up for a week. They've only had 5 applicants. Prior experience in content marketing, SEO, and PPC, working knowledge of search engine optimization, review and analyze client sites. This is everything you do in the course. This is what's really funny, though, and maybe why they have few not so many applications, 3 to 5 years of SEO PPC. Again, I'm going to tell you again and again, disregard the year requirements. You're not going to get in trouble for applying if you don't have the year requirements. So many of my students have gotten jobs where it said you need 3 or 5 years experience. These guys don't know what they're talking about. I mean, it's like they're saying prior experience in content marketing, and then they throw in 3 to 5 years. If it was really requiring 3 to 5 years, it would say like proven experience, key milestones, blah, 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 something much more specific. But this is like very basic stuff they're looking for, and they've had it up for a week and they've only had 5 applicants. So I would this is definitely a good option. Here's another one. I always tell you guys, Creative Circle and any other, this is an employment agency. Remember, these guys are not hiring, they don't want you to work at Creative Circle. Creative Circle is trying, they're an employment agency. They have a client that needs someone to be a digital marketing specialist, right? So it says entry level. I love it. Again, you're also always going to see this again and again. It's so maddening. Entry level and then 3 years experience. That's why you have to just ignore the year's experience and say, look, these guys put entry level in there. It's their responsibility. They didn't put mid-senior level. They put entry level. And again, it says 3 years experience. Then it says experience with Google Analytics. Well, if you have 3 years experience in digital marketing, aren't you going to have experience with Google Analytics? Of course. So this is one of those things, again, you apply, you show them what you can do. And even if this job doesn't work out, which again, they've only had 1 applicant in 6 days in Dallas, they will keep you on file and they will suggest you for more jobs. Because remember, these people, like in this case, it's going to be Amy so-and-so. She gets paid when you get hired. So it's like an agent. This is why employment agencies are awesome. So I definitely recommend Creative Circle. So I know, I still have so many tabs open here. Let's see. Sem Specialist this is in Indiana. 3 applicants 6 days ago. Sem Specialist, I love this. This is a very short job description. This is not a sit on the sidelines position. You'll be getting your hands on real client campaigns, which is what you want to be doing. And you're going to be right there with the SEM team, which is search engine marketing, which is Google Ads. Real campaign data. I kind of like how short this is. I mean, this says entry level all the way. And I don't know if it's remote or not, but again, remember, if people aren't searching remote, if they're searching by their location, you have to think in Indiana, in Fishers, Indiana, I don't know where that is. It doesn't sound like a big town. They're not getting many skilled individuals. So this is good to go after these places that are not in giant cities, as well as giant cities. And they've only had 3 applicants. So let's close this one. This is another one. Thomson Reuters has hired several of my students. This is a giant company. This is a $1 billion company. Now this one, again, it says, I love it, says this one says mid-senior level, but down here it says 2 years experience. And when I've told you again and again, guys, is that when you see 1 to 2 years experience on a job posting, that is code for we're really open to entry-level people. That's how my students get these jobs. Demonstrate accountability for performance, PPC, all these things you learn in the course and from generating your own experience. And the fact, again, my students have been hired there. In fact, let's see, how did I get in here? This is an SEO position, and this one said 5 years experience. And once again, I still encourage people to apply to, jobs that have, 5 years or more experience. But, if you can choose, if you have the choice, say apply to the one that only has 1 applicant and says 2 years experience. But I found this, it showed up in the feed, and there, yeah, Chiamaka, remember she did, let me find her testimonial for you guys. Here she is. I just want to update you on some things that have been happening for me. I've been applying for jobs, a lot of no's, but I had an interview with Thomson Reuters. I got a base salary of, she didn't want to share that, but let me tell you guys, it was very good. And they knew she only had 2 months of digital marketing experience. And she's working there now. So, I mean, this is just proof is right there, guys. You've seen it again and again. And she also said she got a lot of no's, and that's part of the application process, But again, guys, this is what I really want you to get through your head. When you have 217,000 open jobs, you should be expecting some no's and feel good about it. You're going to get a yes eventually. And also, there's a ton of other open jobs here that it looks like, they haven't even had any applicants here. So those are more opportunities. Let's see. This one is digital marketing associate. Now this has had a lot of applicants. It is a remote position, but they're still hiring a month later, which says to me, remember guys, I tell you, whether there's few applicants or tons, it's still a great situation when you've done my course and you have these competencies. You're going to stand out. Remember, I talked to Carlos in that interview with the 3 students that work at one agency. He got his first job. He beat out like 700 applicants. He was among 13 people that got hired at this agency because he knew how to present himself the right way, not the way they teach you in college, which is just nonsense. Strong analytical skills, Google AdWords, or other PPC work experience. The ability and desire to thrive in a remote position. And that's the hustle. That's the attitude, which I try to infuse in everybody when they take the course. Strong analytical skills, Excel, Google Ads. I love how it says certified preferred. Remember, guys, anytime you see certification preferred, that is another signal that they are open to entry-level people because, of course, you're going to be certified if you're a professional working in this field. Sense of humor, horse rider, bring your personality to the team. This is a remote full-time position. That also, to me, is a signal that this is probably a cool place to work. Maybe that's why they have so many applications. But again, I would definitely, not only that, bookmark the company if you like the company and always look at their other jobs. See if there are other jobs open. You can connect with the person who's doing the hiring and just, when you, and it says send your resume. And by the way, guys, if you're in the course, I'm going to add this into the course. And if you're not, it's still, I think, good advice. The easy apply function on LinkedIn, I don't recommend that most of the time because, when you send it right to them, you can actually customize. First of all, they said make sure your subject line contains your name and the phrase about me. That's a great opportunity right there, guys, to show your attention to detail. Don't screw up these little things, the little things in the beginning. I tell you, you can have the best resume in the world, but if you don't follow the simple instruction with that email, why would they want to talk to you? It's so simple. You have to show you can follow directions. But with the easy apply, you don't have as much of an opportunity to customize as you want to, as I recommend. But this looks like a really cool company. I think this is going to be a really long walkthrough because I think I'm already at like 12 minutes. So, and we have more to do. Okay, this one also has a lot of applicants, digital marketing analyst, implement and maintain Google Ads, PPC, retargeting, SEO. And remember, these guys want the SEO. Remember, I talk about how some companies will want you to have at least knowledge of both things, which is okay. Deep understand. I love this. 5 years of professional experience, 3 years experience in digital marketing. Bachelor's degree, but it says deep understanding. Well, like, wouldn't you have deep understanding if you have 3 or 5 years of experience? Let's see, social media campaign. Now, the fact, it's talking about Google and it's talking about, this is paid Facebook ads, which is something I teach, so that's good. Remember, I always tell you, stay away from organic social. If they're like, hey, we want you to naturally grow our Facebook page with no advertising, that's not a well-paying job. So this is like a small company. They work remotely, and they've had a lot of applicants, but I definitely think you could stand out here. This one is a digital marketing coordinator. So this is an interesting one because this doesn't look like it's necessarily account manager position per se, but it looks like they're likely going to want you to have the basic knowledge to be able to, it says analyze campaign data, maybe do some, this looks like more of kind of a support role. Where you're going to be, I think, working with a lot of different teams. But here's what's interesting is entry level to 1 year of experience in digital media. Again, this is not the type of job I usually 100% recommend for people because, again, I don't want you to just be supporting people and, coordinating, organizing emails and stuff. But it's obviously looking for entry level, and it looks like a pretty cool place to work. So, I think, and it's been up for 2 weeks and they still haven't hired anybody. Here's another one. Oh, I love this because this is in Reno. Remember, guys, this is where I used to live or did live until I was in Vegas. Reno is a great city. I'm not sure if this is remote or not. This is sourced from a job board. That's interesting. I didn't know LinkedIn did that. But anyway, create, manage, optimize ad campaigns, Google Ads, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. All the tools that we use in the course, everything. This is a perfect example, actually, of the very typical job posting. And everything you learn in the course will speak to this. And it says 1 year experience in digital media. Again, guys, when you see 1 year experience, you know that is an entry-level position. Oh, I know how to correctly pronounce. I thought it was GIF. But if it's GIF, I might be in trouble. I would look that up before you apply. Live in spreadsheets and completely dork out over analytics. Guys, what do I say again and again? I use the word geek out, nerd out. I haven't used the word dork out, which I think is pretty funny. Experience silly amounts of joy when you see tangible results from your work. They're looking for that attitude. They're looking for that hunger. They're looking for that passion. I probably should have made this the first one. I mean, they're all great, but I really like this one. I think I would definitely apply to this company. And I'm like, this is the kind of place where it sounds like it's an in-house thing. I was like, dude, move to Reno if you have that. If you're young and single, and or maybe you bring your girlfriend or boyfriend with you, move there. Get that experience, guys. It's better than college to get a year's worth of experience, hands-on, getting paid to learn and leverage yourself up. Oh my God, 20 days to start. That is, dude, that's like Europe. That's like Europe. That's amazing. I love this place. And again, in Reno, I don't know how many people applied here, but I'm going to tell you, Reno, not a huge, there's not a lot of digital marketers there. So this is another great one. Here, oh, I love this because this is Nike. Ever heard of Nike? They're looking for a digital innovation specialist. Now, what I love about this is it says, BA degree. And again, guys, if you have one, great. If not, I really don't think they care. 3 years of experience. But here's what I like it says. 3 years of experience in digital marketing field via professional or personal experience. They even say that right there, which is to indicate, hey, if you've been freelancing, if you've been working on your own projects, we count that. Verbal communication, versed in Google, et cetera, et cetera. I would go for this because again, it's been up for a month. They've only had 32 applicants. Now this is funny to think about. This is Nike. This is like the giant shoe billion-dollar company. They've only had 32 applicants. So I would definitely try this one. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a long one. Digital marketing specialist, Dr. Valerie, LLC. I think this looks like a person who's probably selling courses, or I guess maybe she's a therapist. Craft a launch strategy. So this is definitely not an agency job. This is like in-house. Like they obviously want someone who can actually take on all the digital marketing for her brand. But again, it says two years experience with digital marketing, get it done attitude, all that type of stuff. So, this is, and someone who's passionate about these types of topics. That's the other thing, guys, that's so great about digital marketing, because it's such an all-encompassing skill set. Every kind of company, there's like faith-based companies. There's athletic, like Nike is, if you love shoes, you would, what better thing could there be to work at than to work at Nike? If you're into this type of personal development thing, this could be like, oh my God. And that's a situation where oftentimes your passion, just like Morgan, remember, let's take a look. Remember Morgan, the 19-year-old who got the $52K a year job. She's working at a mental health company, and in the interview she talks about how she has a real passion for mental health and like positive thinking and psychology and those types of things. So I'm sure that played into the hiring decision as well. And that's what's so cool about digital marketing is there's just, there's so many different avenues where you could actually, you can have your passion be part of what you're doing. Here's digital marketing specialist, junior position. This is a healthcare management company. This is you're going to support SEM, PPC, display remarketing campaigns, experience. Now, it says healthcare, but I mean, honestly, the odds of somebody having healthcare experience is pretty low. So if you don't have that, that's fine. You're going to be working with the director of marketing. It says it's a junior position. It says qualifications, minimum 1 to 3 years of experience. Again, 1 to 3 years of experience is code for entry-level experience building Google paid and display campaigns. It's everything you do in the course, guys, and they have had 1 applicant. That is pretty nutty. So if you show up with everything from the course, guys, if you're in the course, try these guys. I don't know if it's remote or not, but I'm sure, and I know some of you guys live in Georgia. There's like always people from Georgia in the course, so try that. Here's the one, digital marketing specialist in Denver. I think this one is definitely in-house, but why not move to Denver if you don't live there already? 1 to 3 years experience. Once again, guys, this is the type of job you can get with the experience you generate in the course. Competitive salary. Ooh, I got a message back. That, by the way, that's Chelsea. I'm so excited because when I did that interview with the 3 students at Disruptive, the hiring manager at that agency reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we'd like to hire more of your students. Let's partner up." And I'm like, "Yeah." So let's see. Yeah. This is a great one. Plan and execute. Let's see. This is Fund and Grow in Florida. 2 months ago, they've only had 24 applicants. Plan and execute marketing, pay-per-click, etc. They put this stupid degree thing at the top again. Ignore it. If you have a marketing degree, great. But if not, don't worry about it. Proven experience in digital marketing. They don't even put the number of years they want. They just want experience leading and managing PPC. And again, I believe you come in with the limited stuff you've done, even if you only have a couple months experience, you will stand out from these other 24 applicants. Let's see. Here's the foundation. 4 months ago, 80 applicants, 60 to 70K. They still haven't hired anyone. Develop and execute keyword search strategies, PPC. They want SEO. So this is an in-house position, and they say they want 3 years experience in digital marketing. It says proficiency. Like, well, and then it's, again, certification is a plus. Well, again, guys, the person posting this may not be experienced digital marketer. They might be. But if you have 3 years experience, you're going to be certified. So I think this is, again, another opportunity where you can really, they've been trying for 4 months to hire people. I think you could really stand out. I looked at their actual website, and it's still up there. So they're still looking for people. This is a bank. There's a lot of banks hiring for digital marketers, by the way. This has been posted for a week. Only had 4 applicants. Lead the execution of marketing campaigns. Oh, this is probably why, because it says 5 to 7 years of B2B and 3 to 5 years of report creation, blah, blah. They're not going to get, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, and it says entry level up here, and then it says 5 to 7 years. So remember, my reaction is normally like just kind of being irritated by that, but just be like, look, I think it's an entry-level position, even though they put all this. They're not going to get anyone with 5 to 7 years. I mean, unless this is a 6-figure job, because if you have 5 to 7 years, 5 years experience doing digital marketing, you should be making in the 6-figure arena. And they've only had 4 applicants, so that's definitely something to try applying for. This one has a ton of applicants very quickly. That's fine. You'll still stand out. Expand search engine marketing campaigns, self-starter, approach to work, great communication skills. Again, 2 years of experience. And once again, guys, Google certification a plus. Again, it's like saying to a truck driver, hey, we need a truck driver with 2 years of experience, and if you have a license, that's a plus. No, it's not. This is what you would have if you had 2 years of experience. Again, it says preferred for the degree. If you have it, great. They don't really care. And an incredibly fast learner, again, has all the code. I think you really would stand out, whether this was 96 or 296. So I'm going to try to wrap this. This may be a 30-minute video at this point. 3 weeks ago, 35 applicants. Managed website. Well, actually, this one, it says managed website development project. So this is really, and you'll see jobs like this from time to time. It says digital marketing specialist, but I mean, it sounds like they really want, they want to use research, testing, business knowledge to improve website pages. I think the person who posted this didn't 100% understand the job, which also means you could show up and kind of blow them away since they're still hiring. Like it says, manage website development projects and workflow. I mean, do they want a web developer or do they want a digital marketer? If they want, by the way, if they want you to do both, don't take the job. I don't like that. I think you do either digital marketing or web development. Duluth, Minnesota, digital marketing specialist. 1 week ago, 7 applicants. Understand and collaborate, work with. This is healthcare, search engine optimization. So they want you to do PPC and SEO. A bachelor's degree. Ha ha ha. Not necessarily. At least 3 years of experience. Proficiency. There it is. Proficiency. So I think if you can show up and show them your proficiency, you'll stand out from the 7 applicants that have applied for this. And again, I don't know if it's in-house or not. But again, guys, remember, when these guys are hiring and they need someone to do the job and they say you have to be here, well, if they need someone to do this marketing. And if you are a good candidate and you can't relocate, they will likely be open to remote. This one, oh, I love this, Bozeman, Montana. So this is one, I believe this it also says in-house. And I'm thinking, dude, there's just not many digital marketers in Bozeman, Montana. They've had 7 applicants. Digital marketing research and strategy, reporting, SEO, PPC, 2 years experience. You have bachelor's degree. Oh, I like this. You have a bachelor's degree level of knowledge about online and offline media trends. What's really ironic is that if you have a bachelor's level degree of knowledge about marketing, online marketing, you will know 0. You won't know anything. You could throw a rock at someone on the street and they will have as much knowledge as the average marketing major. Self-starter, blah, blah, blah. But again, if you show up, and I like how it says you want to be part of a team, if you show up for, you know, if you're like, hey, I live in Bozeman or I'm willing to relocate, I think you'll blow them away. Or again, see if they can do it remotely. 3 weeks ago, 6 applicants. Conduct digital marketing campaigns, concept to execution, flexibility, desire to learn things, curious and empathetic. Oh, I love it when they have little descriptions of like personality traits. 3 years experience, proven fluency, certification, a plus. Remember, guys, you've seen this so many times. Yeah, experience, digital copywriting experience. Again, 3 weeks ago, 6 applicants. Hit these guys up. Don't be afraid to go really deep into the search results. I'm just gonna close because I've gone on a long time here. I'm almost at 45 minutes. Let's see, 16 applicants 5 days ago. Develop and implement a cohesive digital marketing plan. Experience with campaign and strategies, proactive and positive, 2+ years of work experience. I do like how they put the degree at the very bottom because it's like, who really cares? Can you make us more money or not? Let's see. I think the last few. See, this one is, do you love working from home? Creative Noggin is an award-winning agency. Plan multiple channels, campaign objectives, Google Ads, SEO, strategic, collaborative, smart. They have all these cool things. Now, this is what I wanted to point out to you guys. It says remote, and then it says, while this position is remote, we'll only consider candidates who live within a 75-mile radius. Okay, that's right. I was going to say, remember, nothing exactly is set in stone. I still think these agencies are deluding themselves if they think, you know, like it's possible they'll find someone in San Antonio that can do this job. It's possible, but you know, Austin is more likely because Austin has a lot more agencies. It's a lot more of like a tech city. But I don't know. They've had 33 applicants. It's been up for a week. Now you got to imagine these. Let's say it's 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, a month goes by, and they haven't found anyone that lives within a 75-mile radius of San Antonio. They're going to have to expand. They're going to have to look outside, or else they're not going to have somebody to manage these accounts. And that's the attitude you want to have, guys, when you're applying. You have to think of yourself like a free agent, a businessman. You got to be, a little bit ruthless and be like, look, I have the leverage. I'm the talent. I have 200,000 or hundreds of thousands of jobs to choose from, but these guys have an agency in the middle of Texas, and they need to find someone that lives close to them that can do all this stuff. And they're actually in much worse shape than you, so you have to remember that. This is interesting because this is New York City, and they've only had 13 applicants, and it's been up for a month. But this one, another one, it says, develop and optimize paid digital marketing campaigns, Google Ads, Bing Ads, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Intermediate SEO skills, SEO and SEM campaign schools, tools, blah, blah, my voice is getting tired. Google Analytics, all the stuff we teach in the course. And it says bachelor's required. No, it's not. And if it is, these guys are fools because, again, it's been up for a month. They've had 13 applicants, and it's just not important. 2 years, again, it's very flexible. It's so funny, though. It says SEM, SEO, CRO, 2 years required. Then it says online advertising, 2 years preferred. What does that mean, online advertising? SEM, SEO, CRO is online advertising. So, again, don't take these things too seriously. And if you live in New York, or if, again, they got to be open to remote, guys. I mean, it's been up for a month. They've only had 13 applicants. This one has a little bit more. Manage day-to-day activities for paid channels. Again, 2 years required. Oh, I think I wanted to use this as an example of like, okay, so if you're really passionate and you have multiple skill sets, like you can do video editing and Photoshop a bit, you might want to try this. But I find like if they want you to do paid search and video editing and like photo stuff and HTML, this is too much. It's too much. I mean, if you want that, if you want a job where you're doing all these different things, but in general, guys, paid search is the job. That's the skill set. It's like, hey, I want you to be a surgeon, and also, by the way, can you also like help the nurses or help the staff clean the, I don't know. It's like, dude, these are all like different skill sets. Any company that's trying to get, unless, I mean, the only thing I can think of is that if it's a coordinator position where you're kind of just like, supporting people that are doing the paid search, that's fine. But I don't want them like, you're not managing like $50,000 a month in ad spend, and you're supposed to edit all these videos, and you're supposed to do like Photoshop. I've had questions about this in the group. That's why I'm pointing that out. But you can always chat with them and see what they have to say. I mean, that's the other thing. They're getting all these applicants. They're probably getting a ton of people that know about video editing. I mean, it's Los Angeles. But to throw paid search in there, I'm like, I guarantee you most of those video editors don't know anything about Google Ads. So we're almost done. Like this, 4 days ago, 76 applicants. Digital marketing background, experience in online advertising, campaign management, Facebook ads. They want to, the psychic industry. That's interesting. See, again, you can do so many different things. There's so many different, so many different niches. And bilingual English, Spanish. That's another thing, guys. If you're bilingual, you're an even better candidate for some of these jobs. But if you're not, I mean, I think they should probably have put that in the title. And I like how they say experienced freelancer, and they're willing to bring you into their company. And I think this is the last one. Work from home, assist in the development of strategies. And this is another one where 3 weeks ago, 46 applicants. Guys, I really don't think most of these people have 4 to 6 years. 4 to 6 years is really rare, guys, because digital marketing is still a very new field, And I think based on these requirements, which is just managing SEM, et cetera, I would still apply to this even if you are just coming out of the course when it says 4 to 6 years experience. You can say, I don't have 4 to 6 years experience, but I bet you'll stand out from the 46 applicants. And again, it's been up for 3 weeks and they still haven't hired anyone. So that concludes this long video. It's 30 minutes. That's what I predicted. I hope you guys found this educational and informative. You guys, these jobs are still in demand. The field is still growing. People are still getting jobs all the time. The course, if you haven't checked out the free masterclass, I go into more detail about what these jobs are and how my students get them. If you're ready to sign up for the course, I'll put a link down there, the full training program. And if you have any questions, of course, as always, you can message me on LinkedIn or via email, Seth@digitalcareerblueprint.com. I hope you found this very helpful, guys, and I will see you next time.